Did you know that airlines receive more than 1 lakh applications every year? It is the fastest growing industry and also competitive. And if you have clicked on this video, I assume that either you're waiting for your cabin crew interview results or you're planning to apply for the next one. Let me tell you, you're at the right spot. Hi, I'm Angel McQuan with over a decade of experience as cabin crew manager, mentor, and a trainer. I'm here to reveal some of the most helpful insider secrets that are definitely going to help you ace your cabin crew interviews. Before anything, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Angel McQuan. The first tip I'm going to share with you is first impressions. Tend to take the first impressions very lightly, and we think that no one is watching us, no one is monitoring, but that's not the case. A lot of time they check your patience, they make you wait, and of course airline industry is quite a competitive industry, and definitely you're going to talk to passengers, there are going to be delays, you're going to handle weather conditions, and there are going to be so many situations on board that the recruiters who are trying to hire you or who are taking your interviews have already passed that stage. They have already given their 10 years, 15 years, 20, 25, sometimes even 30 years to the industry and have passed the stage and now are coming to recruit you. So please do not underestimate their intelligence or their power of judgment and observation. So make sure that you are taking care of your first impression and not just changing suddenly your body language when the recruiter looks at you. So all the time maintain poise. Ensure that you are very well groomed. Yes, grooming plays a very important role, but just imagine if you're very well groomed and not sitting straight, not having a good body posture, constantly fidgeting with your phone or just looking here and there, fidgeting with your hands and your legs are constantly moving. That is not creating a professional body language or an impression. So make sure that you do not take your first impressions very lightly, and that is definitely very important. The second tip is mastering your introduction. Now, introduction is something that people try to just mug it up and speak, but that should not be the case. Every time you look on the internet, you would find hundreds of answers, and trust me, lakhs of candidates, don't they find these answers? They do. So when you go to an interview, the recruiters have already heard the same answers again and again. What they have not heard is your story. So make sure that when you add your introduction, you're talking about yourself and not your family and your friends and all those things. The recruiters are interested in knowing you because you are going to represent the airline to the customers. You're going to be the eyes, mouth, and the whole representation of the company. So they are going to definitely putting that effort of listening to you. So are you worth listening? Work on your skills and work on your introduction. Add your name, where are you from, your age, what are you pursuing, or what have you completed, your experience in customer service, and do add your passion for customer service, your passion, have it developed that made you want to join as a cabin crew and what interests you. Please, you can talk about traveling, but that is very common. But some story that takes them into a flashback of talking about have you saw a cabin crew or have you saw something and that inspired you, or maybe you just want to step out and do something out of your comfort zone, something that is inspiring. Your story cannot be copied. So make sure that your introduction is strong enough, and do add something about your personality that talks a lot that yes, you are a perfect fit for the job. So your introduction has to be strong and it has to be an amazing story about you. Do not make it too long. It has to be short, of about a minute or two. That's a max I would say you can go, and it has to be impactful. So the second one is definitely mastering your tell me something about yourself. The secret number 3 is something that most candidates do not prepare for. So when you come to an airline interview, make sure that you have researched about the airline, its vision, mission, the fleet and what kind of aircrafts it flies on, and where is it based, what is the color of the uniform, what is the culture of the airline. Here, an insider tip that I give you right now that is going to definitely be a game changer is, do not go ahead and take notes only from the Wikipedias or from the internet pages. Go to their social media sites. They post the latest updates about the airlines, and just imagine you walking in the interview room and being asked about your passion for aviation, about yourself, or why you want to join these airlines, or what do you know about this airline. At that time, when you talk about how you resonate with the culture of the airline and how you find yourself the perfect fit for this airline while there are other airlines in the market, also at the same time you are trying to tell them that you are very serious, genuinely serious about joining the company and their organization, and you have well researched about the organization, then definitely that is going to give you brownie points when it comes to talking about the latest updates, the latest fleet, the latest initiatives they have taken in the CSRs, the latest awards they have won, or something about the menu, or something they have done, the fun things that the airlines keep on doing with the employees, and how that culture is so much amazing to fit in and be part, because you are not seeing yourself for a short span. You're seeing yourself for a long term, and you're trying to fit in that role. So when you talk about the latest updates, something they have posted on social media, their initiatives, vision, they genuinely find you serious and mature, that you know what you have come for. So please do not go unprepared about the airlines, and do a well research. Just talking about who is the CEO, and how much is the fleet size, and what are the destinations, talking about 5 destinations. It is very common and very monotonous and very boring. So bring this thing up in you, that you're talking something that is genuinely bringing value to their table. So make sure that you are well researching the airlines before you appear for. The fourth one is something we tend to neglect in our daily lives, which creates problems during interviews. Yes, I'm talking about mastering body language. Now, if you think that not practicing the body language, like wishing, greeting, and standing up, sitting down, knocking, pulling the chair, putting it back, sitting straight, keeping your legs in a proper way, and not fidgeting with your hands, not looking here and there, not rolling your eyes, or not having the proper eye contact, and all of those things which we sometimes neglect in our daily lives, that does impact during interviews. So one tip that I would definitely give you is practice that body language in your daily lives, and make sure that you are getting it into a habit, so that when you go for your interviews, all you have to focus on is not the body language. You have to just focus on your performance and your thoughts and your ideas, because when you have not done it for a longer time, and your body already has a muscle memory of behaving a certain way, that day you're going to be conscious all the time that, am I sitting straight? And suddenly you start slouching, and suddenly you realize, suddenly your eyes goes up, and suddenly you come back. So that creates distraction and breaks a connection with that professional environment you're going in to give your interviews. So if you are preparing for interviews, ensure that you are practicing that body language every day, because trust me, sitting straight, not slouching, smiling constantly, not fidgeting, it is something that does require practice, because our body is built up such a way that we do develop muscle memories. So work on your muscle memories to have a good body language, good posture, and to work on your body language, the non-verbal communication, because 70% of your talking happens here. Because suppose if I'm talking something, and if I'm not making an eye contact, there's no connection. If I'm talking about being professional, and if I'm moving, my legs are moving, my hands are fidgeting, or I'm slouching, it does not connect the role I'm trying to apply for. So make sure that if you're talking about the body language, it is very important, but do not take it so lightly that you do not practice it in your daily lives. That is definitely going to help you develop a habit, so that day it definitely comes out of your muscle memory, All you have to focus is just the question and thinking about the ideas rather than focusing on everything. You're not going to focus on 100 things at a time with that anxiety. So focus on your body language in your daily lives and make it a habit. Fifth, and the most important one, is handling tricky question or situation based question. So now when the recruiter asks you, how would you handle a passenger who is upset, or how would you handle medical emergency or an aggressive passenger? Now here people directly jump onto the conclusion or solution. Do not do that. Take this approach. First, go ahead and address and repeat that if the passenger is aggressive or upset, I will go ahead and look for the problem. Do not look for solution unless you have targeted the problem. So the first thing you do is look for what is exactly causing him to be aggressive, because that is going to show them that yes, you are someone who is actually solution centric. Solution centric people, they focus on understanding the problem and then build up an approach after understanding that what exactly has gone wrong. So show them that you are genuinely interested in listening to the customer's problem, and then go ahead and give the possible solutions that you can. Tricky questions are to understand how well you are going to go ahead and handle a situation without making it worse, and going to handle it with maturity. That maturity is not just with the answer that you have prepared already. That maturity has to do a lot with your whole package of body language, your tone, being calm, smiling, and showing a genuine interest in understanding the passenger's problem. So this becomes a very big game changer for people, because all they do is they jump onto the solution directly without understanding or showing the recruiter that yes, I'm trying to understand the passenger's problem or the customer's problem, and the recruiter understands that you have already pre-prepared or already prepared the answer, and even after giving the best answer, you do not get selected. So also at the same time, if they say if he keeps on getting more aggressive, if the situation does not subside, what will you do? At the end, why am I saying and emphasizing on this is, again, it's not wrong in asking for help from your senior, but it is going to be wrong if you tell it on the first hand during your first approach to address the situation that okay, I'm going to do this, and if it doesn't subside, then I'll call for help. No. The first thing, as I said, is you talk about the problem, then what action you take, and then the result. If in case the recruiter is still emphasizing on the fact that still the situation is not in your hand and it is getting worse, at that point only you're going to go ahead and say that then definitely I would take help from or support of my senior, and I'll have someone intervene to calm the situation. So there you are. You have 5 most powerful secrets to ace your next cabin crew interview. But also remember that success comes from preparation, dedication, and a lot of focus. I hope you stay focused, and these tips would definitely help you. If you have more questions, you can write to me in the comment section below. And also, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Until I see you guys next time. Till then, bye-bye, all the best, and God bless you. Hey, thanks for watching my YouTube channel. If you found something of value here, then do go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Do share it with someone you know might need to hear this.